Right, so now the second point is to make under that pride thing I started talking about in the previous video. Please, if you haven't watched, I would encourage or advise that you do well to go through the other video. The second point I would like to make under pride is the fact that a prideful heart struggles to admit wrong and receive instruction. If you're at that point in your walk with God as a Christian or a believer, and you are finding it very difficult to admit when you are wrong, pride is there. The moment you notice that it is difficult for you to accept that you are wrong, in a case, of course, in a scenario where like something you did is wrong, if you find it difficult to accept those kinds of things when they come to you, you have a prideful heart. And remember, the danger of these things is that the Bible says that God opposes the proud. And so, if in a kind of case where Satan probably unleashes his wrath on you or something, you know that if you want to Jesus or God, yeah, you know that of course you'll be saved. But if it's the case that God is the one that decides to flog you or decides to deal with you, who do you want to run to save you from his wrath? Again, this is why I'm doing this video, is to say that if you notice that pride is lurking in your heart, in your life, kill it before it kills you, because pride will kill you. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs that pride goes before a fall. Pride goes before a fall. You might not see it. It might not be obvious to you now that the way you are acting because of pride, the way you are now because of this pride thing, it might not be obvious to you right now that the end of that tunnel is destruction. It might not be, but I'm telling you, it is actually guaranteed that a prideful heart will one day meet doom. That a prideful heart will one day meet destruction. This is why I am still begging, because many Christians fall into this trap of the devil. That pride, you find it difficult to accept it when you're wrong, or you find it difficult to receive instructions because of, again, like I said in the previous video, because you feel superior to the person bringing you that correction, or you think that you are superior to the person bringing you that you're wrong. Again, the moment you notice, you find it difficult. Okay, some people might want to give an excuse to say that, okay, what if I'm not wrong? Okay, if you're not wrong, you can let the person know that you're not wrong, and even though you can still apologize, but then you should let the person know that you're not wrong. But if it's the case that you have 2 to 3 people come on that matter and tell you that, bro or sister, the way you responded or your actions towards this thing is wrong, the thing expected of you to do as a Christian is to accept that and apologize. But if you notice that you are finding it difficult to do this thing I just said now, I'm telling you, pride is lurking in your heart. And the danger of this thing again is that the Bible says in the book of James 4 verse 6 that God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble.